how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called the Flower Patch. And at the Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from door wreaths, door swags, things for your home, things for your garden, weddings and funeral tributes and much, much more. Right. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, guys. I've been busy in the garden with my husband. We've had lovely sun here and we saw the northern lights right above my house. Fabulous. So we've had a great weekend and we did a bit more of the gardening yesterday. We still haven't finished. There's never, a stop and start moment with the gardening. It just goes on and on throughout the year. Right, today guys, I'm going to do something different. I got this given me years ago and it's just been stuck outside on my garden. Nothing, the clock doesn't work. I was told the clock doesn't work. It is battery operated, but I've tried it. But the number 6, the small hand, it's just wobbly, it's not tight. I don't want to be taking things out because I don't want to. It may just need tightening up, who knows, but I could get my husband, but I can't see a way to get in there from behind. So I thought, as I was gardening over the weekend, I'm going to do something with it because it just looks plain. It's pretty, it's very rusty, it's weathered, which I like. I like things like this. And I thought I'm going to do something and then place it on my workshop outside. So I've placed a little bit of dried foam and covered it in wreath wrap at the bottom, and then I've placed a big one but only about 1 inch thick across the top, and I've with wreath wrap around that also, and I've attached them both with cable ties around the framing of the cage. And then I'd have to sit and decide what sort of flowers would I like. So I've decided, and we're going to go through it. Let me just move my chair. Oh, and the purple wreath's gone, guys. The purple wreath has gone. As soon as it was named and I placed it on my business page, I had a telephone call from a local lady asking if she could purchase the wreath, and I said yes. She came to collect it and that was that. She loves it. So it must have been the name, guys. It must have been the name. Today I haven't got coffee. I've got peppermint tea. Oh, I love peppermint tea. So I thought, let's have a bit of, after taking Benji for a walk this morning, let's have a bit of peppermint tea. So, and I'm chewing gum again, as you know. I tend to chew gum when I go out with Benji. Oh, and I've got my little contraption. I've charged it, and it's my little cleaner to clean all my bits up off my worktop. You just press the button and it gets all your little bits and bobs done. And I haven't got to get paintbrush out, even the dried foam. It is, I remember to bring it in. Once it's done, switch it off, pull, turn it upside down, pull, all your rubbish is in there, empty it, push it back on, it's ready for use again. Love it. Right, let's crack on with what we're doing. I had to, as I was doing a bit of looking for some hanging baskets, I nipped to Dunhelm, and I do like Dunhelm florals. They're not cheap. I don't find Dunhill very cheap for a lot of things, to be quite honest. But, I mean, with me being a bargain hunter, they're not. I purchased, I think, just 4 of these, and they was £6 each, so that's around $9 in America just for one a hop spray. And there, I don't know if you can see it better on one of them, from Dunhelm, hop spray, £6. So if you're wondering where I got this from and you want to go and get some, that's where I got it from. So I thought, and it's very realistic, guys. Absolutely. Look at it close up, if you can see. Look at the leaves and the pattern on the leaves, and it really is very realistic. So I've got 2 out, but I don't think I'll be using 2. I'll probably be chopping away at one. So I've got those. Now I've got some ivy. I've got some that I've placed on picks, and just a couple of pieces that are hanging down. I don't know which ones, I may use one of those. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see as we go along. You know me, guys. I change my mind with like the weather. So I've got some shorter stemmed and these are longer. So I've got ivy, variegated ivy as well. I have got some rose leaves that I may use for filler foliage, not sell out today, but a bit different texture for the leaf, because the ivy and the hops is very similar texture. I want some where you can see they've got like a veiny pattern in, but it's just green. There's like a texture of it. So I thought, use that for the different texture. I have got some of these out again, the lotus, flowering lotus twigs, I call them, because I like twigs. I've cut some of the things down. So I've just chopped this in 3. I thought, I won't chop any more because I may just want it in 3. So we've got the flowering lotus, which we're going to use as well. And also I've got, me guys, with my wispy bits. Again, it's just my signature style. I've got my wispy bits, my dangling ruscus. So this is the outdoor one where it's UV protected and it's rubbery leaf, so it'll be very good outdoors. So I've chopped bits off because I don't want all of those long. Now I have chopped 2 bunches of this, of my willow stem. Oops, caught that one. And I've gone and got these chopped down because I want to incorporate these into the design. Aren't they pretty? Or snow willow they're called. These was just a few ornaments that I had hanging around that I've not used. Well, I chopped them but didn't use them. So I'm just going to incorporate just some of those. I think they look like fennel. I can never make my mind up what herb it is. Fennel, or if you know, tell me. I may take a picture on my phone and see what it comes up with. And then I've just cut down off a bunch, just a few of my flocked foxtail fern as well, for the wispiness again, guys. I can't help myself. So that is all the foliage. Right, oh no, it's not. Sorry, one more. Now I've got 2 different types here. Magnolia leaves. Now these are, these are the rubbery texture. And then these are off of a stem that I had on a flower. And with magnolia, I mean, they're not on these ones, but on magnolia you get green on one side and then brown on the other. So if you ever see floral with green on one side and brown, you know it's definitely a magnolia. But not on everything, on artificial they do it like that. But this one, I mean, they don't bend, they've got no wiring. But this one, it's like a rubbery texture, that bends all the way, so I can manipulate that and have it in any shape. So I've got those out as well. So hopefully that gives you a hint of the floral that I'm going to use. So I've cut down some grey magnolia. You see they've got brown on the back here, look. Grey magnolia. And I've got 2 new stems of pink magnolia. Look at those together. Don't they look wonderful? So we're going to use those. So put that. And then I thought, well, we need a bit of white. I've got my wispy wildflower and my wildflower in grey as well. So don't they look pretty together? They look beautiful, just as a little, I don't know, a little posy for a wedding. Just move the white all the way around it. And have that in the centre, the big blue. Don't that look pretty? So anyway, don't let me get beyond myself. Let's start. So that is our project, guys, for today. Let me just have a drink of my peppermint tea. I found 3 frogs in my pond yesterday. One was black and green, one was just like a browny green, and one was like a rusty orangey red. And the rusty orangey red was the bigger one. So I don't know, but there was 3. My neighbour said she don't allow frogs in her pond because she's got koi, she's got big fish. I don't mind. I don't mind. I like frogs. They made my husband jump though, because one jumped out at him. Right, I want to first of all place in some of the ivy. And I'm going to look at the big one first. Again, I've got 2 areas, one here and one here. So I could easily, just manipulate it a little. Bring it across like so. And then have it going, just coming through. That you can, I think you can move that, push it. Oh, no, not that one. Oh yeah, you can that one. Like so. So have it going like that down one side. I think we're going to do that because that looks quite pretty. So let's start along here. And I'm going to bring one leaf through. Again, just incorporate them in and bring them in and out of the frame. Like this one is a piece coming off of the side, so I may bring that one, just one of the leaves of it through. I can just, oh, I've done it again. Just bring that up. These click into place, that's good. Bring that down there. And again, bring some through your frame, because ivy grows everywhere. I've seen it on houses. I must admit it does look pretty, but it is a nuisance. Bring that down there a little. just have a look. Oops. Right, that one needs to be facing forward. That one. There. My youngest son has applied for a job, and he's heard back this morning. Come running downstairs when I came back with Benji, that they want him to go for an interview, and I think that's super. I gave him a big hug and said, well done. So I'm going to place a little bit here as well, to have a little bit on this side. I got two different ones. I mean, this one is a bit swirlier, so I may mix them up and bring one down here. So yes, he's going Wednesday for his interview. So I'm looking forward to him running home and saying they want him to start working. He's very good. He's a very hard worker. Mind you, my other son is, my autistic son, he's a very hard worker. He had to go in on Sunday. They wanted him on Sunday, and he didn't say no. He didn't moan. He just said, yeah, now come in. And that was yesterday. He went in. He came back and I says, how did it go? Oh, shattered. As he does. But yes, they both are very good, hard workers. They're not one to shy away from working. I'm just placing, let me move my mat up here. I think my mat just goes anyway. Alright, so I don't need no more ivy. Just place those in that bucket. Right, that's my filler foliage. Right, the hops. Didn't I fluff one out yet? Just place that one there. I want to bring it along the top so you've got the green hops showing. Trying to make it look as natural as we can, because that's how I like. Somebody was asking me a question, they private messaged me. They was a bit worried. I won't mention names, they was a bit worried about, they've just started out and they can't seem to find their signature style. And asked me how I knew what my signature style was when designing arrangements of any sort. Everybody has their own, you know, style. Some people like to do compact, and that's their work, that type of work, compact arrangements. And some people like to do just one type of arrangement where they just do perhaps hanging baskets, and that's it. Anything for the garden, just garden stuff, you know, where they just have, how can I place things like, you know, I don't know, roses or anything, all just placed in, and your morning glory, like a traditional hanging basket. I started doing, when I did floral, to the point where I couldn't seem to, I was watching everybody else and I couldn't seem to pick up what I wanted to do myself. It wasn't until later on, it took a bit, I'm honest here, it took a few years before I realised what I like. Because I when I studied it, I kept looking at other people's and thinking, oh, I might put a bit of that in mine too. Or I might place a bit of that in mine too. Until, you know, it got to the point where my tutor did say, you know, don't copy, you know, because that's false, that's not you. Play something. And I did say to her at one occasion, I know what you're saying, I'm doing it because I don't know what to do myself. And she just said, place things in, and if you like it, leave it. If you don't like it, take it out. And I just kept trying and placing things in, and I kept thinking, oh, I think it's all right, I think it's all right. And other people would say, oh, that's nice, and I'm looking and thinking, oh, it's not. And then I'd look at theirs and thinking, well, this is beautiful. And I used to doubt myself and think, but then the more experience I got, I used to go into the garden, and I used to look at how nature, you know, how the botanical plants were forming, how they sat, how they moved, where, you know, where they headed towards the sun or leaning over, you know, so on and so on. And so then I just came in and I thought, I'm going to try that. And for some reason, once I'd done it not straight away, you know, a few times, it clicked. And something, I don't know what it was just a weird feeling, guys, in my head. And I thought, I've done it. I've cracked it. That's what I want to do. That's what I like. I've cracked it, and I couldn't believe it. So I came in again thinking, oh, it might have just been a one-off. Came in again, tried to do something else, keeping that in mind, you know, the garden, the nature side of it, keeping it in mind. And then I came in again and tried something else. And it was, I'm not saying it was exceptional, you know, it was the same again, more of a nature look, you know, what you'd get on your gardens and things like that. And it just carried on and carried on, and I carried on doing it, and the more I did it, the better it became, and I loved what I did. And it's like looking at these up here, you know, and this, it's more of what you'd see like a cottagey style, more pastel colours and things. I don't get me wrong, I like vibrancy and things like that. And like the hanging baskets, I looked at them, and when I saw traditional hanging basket, I thought, oh, you've got to put more in than that. You've got to make it big, you've got to make it beautiful, you've got to make it stand out, you know. So I placed in lots of foliage and things like that. And hence the reason how I do my hanging baskets now. Wispy bits. You see a lot of wispy bits in nature. You know, like the grasses where they're floating around. And hence the reason I like the wispy bits. And that is how my signature style formed. And I couldn't get enough of it. And now, that's me. I found what I was about. I found that, you know, I didn't copy then of people. I didn't look at their work and think, why isn't mine like that? you know, I want to do it like that. I stopped doing that, and I started coming up with my own ideas. It was really weird, again, but I loved it. I really did love it, and I was happy that that's how I went. And that is how, it's just something, guys, you know, I don't know if it was God above telling me that I was, you know, teaching me, and who knows, you know, but it was just like something just hit me on the head, and something just, a light, you know, shone in inside, and I did it. And I was so proud, and I told my husband, and we've looked at photos, me and my husband, of when I first started to where I am now. And the ones when I first started, I can see personally the improvement myself. The ones that when I first started were very basic. Very basic. There was not really anything to it. I can understand why people then at the time wasn't buying them to what they are like now. So yeah, that's how I knew I'd hit what I wanted. So I'm going to place that there, and I'm more of a nature. Some people like to do glitter, bright colours. Let me just turn that around and have a look, because I'll know if it doesn't sit right. Again, this is another, you know, some people like to do brighter colours and things like that. I like subtlety, but I don't know, I've got a lot of styles, guys. I do like the wildness, you know, the wilderness and things, what you see in the wild nature. That's my sort of look. Hence the reason you see a lot of wispy bits like you see here. But not everybody likes that. But again, I have been trained to be able to do other designs. So if somebody came to me and said they wanted something compact, I could make a compact arrangement. That's only because I studied that. You know, if you don't go and study that, and you've not studied that, don't beat yourself up about it, guys. That's not a problem. You know, I didn't, you know, at first I think I wanted to rush it. I think that's another thing, that I wanted to be like everybody else. And where did they get their thoughts from? You know, how could they think of something like a design like that? That used to intrigue me as well. But now I've found my signature style, I just go with it. You know, like today, I haven't made a plan of what we're doing. We're just going with it. Making it, because it's a cage, I want to look it like it's, you know, nature. So we've got this lotus, and I want to bring that again under here, because this is twiggy. And again, with my signature style, I don't have like, and bring everything down, excuse me, down like that. I want volume, because when you look at it from the side view, it looks flat. Now I like volume. I like it because in nature you have volume. You know, things are, you know, everywhere, they're blooming. So why would I have it, you know, so-called, you know, flat? So I would get this piece and I will bend it upward, you know, out towards yourself as you're looking at it, you know, and manipulate it. So then when you look at it now from the side, you've got volume, it's sticking out. That's what you see in nature. If you went in the wilderness or an old, derelict building and you've got wildflowers or ivy growing up it, they're not flat to the wall, they're all sticking out because they're growing outwards. You know, some are sticky to the wall obviously, but not everything. So that's hence the reason I look for the natural look. You know, I hope that sort of like makes sense. I hope I'm not sounding a bit like, oh gosh, I'm going on a bit. You know, there's no intention of that. I just, you know, answering somebody's question. And ever since I've done this sort of style, it's me all over. It really is. And like, we've got a round shaped or a crescent shape along the top. With things like this, I don't follow that every time. I could bring this and it's in, I've placed it in, bring the floral up like so and place that like it's going up to the sky. It's heading towards the light. I take that into consideration. So let's take this one, cut this in smaller one. This is just a little one. I'll perhaps bring that out from one side. Again, I may not use everything I have here. I'll just bring that, just sitting on the corner there. Now this is a longer one. I could place that as it's going upwards, but slightly out. So everything just up. So what I do with this, I tend to sort of like have one leaf there, flower there, leaf there. So it's zigzag. So then that looks more spacious, natural, and you've given your flowers that space as well. You can manipulate once you've done that and have it smaller in height instead of taller, but there's still zigzag like that. So if I decide that I want to go behind here, in fact I may bring that one through, because not all the flowers come out this way, so hence the reason I've left this flower coming inwards, again to give it that natural look. So that's those in. Now we've got our snow willow. Again, this is very realistic, very barky on the stems. I may place one here as well. Going in from the side. And just let that hang. Because I've got different ones and this is a bit longer. I could place that so it looks like it's flowing, or this could come out as well. So we'll put a longer one in. Let me just turn it around, guys. I wonder if I should place it actually there. Yeah, let's place it here. Oh, got the flower going through the, like so. A little bit just behind. Just manipulate it. So then I've got this thicker one and I'm thinking of placing that just in the centre there. So let's do that. This is really quite thick. So I'm going to go, oh, I want it here, sorry. Nearly went wrong there. So then that's like that. So I may just put a little piece down here as well, so it looks like it has flown all the way around, and also you want to place a little bit at the bottom. Just get that one. And I'm not going to go down with it, I'm just going to place it like that. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit of I don't want it too straight. So now looking at it from the side, again, we have that volume where things are coming out. They are not flat to this. I know the frame is flat, but the floral, we need to look natural. We need it to bounce, you know, away from it, stick out, and make it look beautiful, like a cottagey garden. I'm all for that, guys. Bit of romanticness in my life. So, and these again, I may not use all of these. These are our wispy bits. These are to add another little piece of texture, because you've got all different textures in it. What's that? Oh, I just placed it on the floor now. I've got to clean that up. So I want, you know, again, things just coming out. So I may go in from the back here. And then just let that hang down the side, so like it's wrapping around the frame. Now with this one, let's place it here. I'm just going to let that float over. Again, it's going in another direction. I could have one coming down if I go actually through the frame. Just and that's wrapping through, starting to attach itself onto the frame. Just things like that. It's just trying to be, oh, you know, I'd say imaginative, but also realistic at the same time. What you would see if you went out walking and you would see a nice, you know, garden where it's very country sort of look. You don't have to be an English country garden. You can have an American country garden, you know, a garden that's just wilderness, and all different things growing all from different ways. That's all you need. You know, I'm not saying that England has got just a country. Everybody's got countries, you know, little countrysides, and they all look beautiful. Put that one from the side as well. Go from the back. As you can see, things are going all directions on this arrangement. So if you have a frame of any sort, it doesn't have to be what I've got. Oh, that's got no wiring. It doesn't have to be what I've got, guys. It can be anything, absolutely anything. And just play around with it. Make it look, you know, like a wilderness arrangement. So let's wrap that, because it's a swirly bit around, like they've attached to each other as they've grown. So they've caught on each other, like so. I won't have that. So doesn't that look pretty? Just so again, if you can see, oh my goodness, I nearly from the side how it sticks out. And then I don't need no more hops, so we'll place that there. So you've got that, and then you will have, you know, your thicker leaved foliage in as well, which will also give it that another different texture to go against that, or the odd one at the back, you know, just to give it something different. So we'll hang on to those. I have got these wispy bits that I've got out. Let me just place the odd one in while it's facing me. I'm not going to place too many of these in. Place them, you know, through, so they're not all up the front. Put them, you know, around the back, in the central. As we say, layers, we have layers. Put them on the back, is I always class as the first layer, because you tend to do that first, and then second layer is coming in, and then third, so on and so on. So have them on the back, you know, the first layer, second layer, third layer. Just place them here, you know, in the odd places, and just what have I got left? I'm going to place one at the back. So as you can see, let me just move that forward a little, so that can go through, like so. So let's start with some of our floral first, before we carry on with the magnolia leaves and the filler foliage, the rose. Right, I've cut some of these grey ones down. I wanted to get really started. I've left some leaves on some, and I've took some off and placed them on their own pick. I've got a bud that I took off as well. Let's see. Right. Look, aren't they pretty? Aren't they divine? You see, and you can have them coming out from the side. Oh, let's do that with this one. it in a little bit more. Like so. And a smaller one where it's not as open. Oh, I love this grey. It's like a slate grey. It's so pretty. I'm going to place that up here near the top. Again, that's got its own foliage, so you will see that. Just turn it like so. Again, you can have it bending or bring the head inwards to give that nice look. We've got to have one, I think, around the centre. Or do we just place? Let me think about the placement now, guys. Let me just place that there. I'm doing the zigzag. 1, 2, 3. Do I place the smaller one there? In there. I'm just thinking whether to have two. Yes, I'm going to have two together. So I'm just going to cut the one this one down. So I can place this in first because it's cut this slightly shorter, and you'll see how pretty they look together. It doesn't mean to say you've got to have just one by itself. Just place that one in. Like so, guys. Doesn't that look wonderful? Placing two together like a little cluster, you know. So you're going there, 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 and that's what we've done. So we've got, I could place a leaf there. Let's place one of these leaves, the magnolia leaves, just with it. Just go under the snow willow. Like so. We just intermingle it so it hides bits and then shows bits. We've got, I may bring that one out there. One with the buds. Or shall I place it up there? No, we'll bring it here. Now I'm going in at an angle. Let's just see where I can place this one. I'm going to place that, I think, behind here at the bottom. Like so. So we've got that. I don't want no more grey, so that's as far as I'm going to go with the grey magnolia. So I place those out of my side. Now, I don't want to overdo it. I may chop. These got a bit of pussy willow on as well. So let's see. Where would we place? Because I've got that bud there. I'm going to place this pink bud with that. This is just an oddment I found. So we'll stick that with those. I don't want the stem this long. I could easily leave it as it is and just place it like that. But then that, to me, is just sticking something in, really, without any thought. Well, I say not with, no, that may be the wrong word, but just placing it because there's a gap. Again, I like to be doing the chopping it up and placing it in, you know, different areas so it's spread around. So now we've got those two pieces which look nice. They could go here, which would look pretty. And then we've got that one, those two pieces, got fluff on it, you know, down here, alongside here, or maybe up here on this side. And then again, we've got the others that would, or if you want to chop those again and cut it like this, and let's chop one. So you've got two separate pieces. So then you've got one, what goes with the grey there. If I turn it around, then I can place it and then turn it back towards you. We could actually have that. Yeah. I'll hold that because I can't seem to sit it on anything that will hold it. Like so. I hope you can see if I can hold it through with my finger here. Like that. And just place them there. I can feel it falling. Place them there, you know, for your little bit of pink. And if you want to add pink of something else I haven't got, I could add pink, roses. Oh, I've got these lovely little rose buds. So I'm wanting to add in this. I'm going to cut this at a more 22 degree instead of a 45, which is much pointier. Because it's a thicker stem. So we want it to go like so, and bring that ivy leaf in front like so, and then just do the same with these. And have it like so. Doesn't that look wonderful? Let me come and have a look. Yes, very natural. Where's those roses? I've got some and I've not. Here are the roses, guys. Look at those. Aren't they pretty? Rose buds. Not open, not touched. I keep looking at them and thinking, what can I use for them? I don't think I really want to use them for my garden. I think I want to save them for a customer. So, hence the reason I won't touch them at the moment. But I have got other things. Let's have a look. Just to add in that extra, I think looking at it from this angle, we need a bit more pink. So, you know, just by adding that amount of pink, it just doesn't look enough. I don't want to add any more magnolias because I feel that we're just adding too many magnolias. Yeah, they look a bit country cottage vibe. I have got lots of roses. I love them. Now I'm going to use these. I'll put that back because we use these, guys. There's some darker shades or tones and lighter ones with little bits of pink wildflower. So with us having wildflower, yeah, that will go towards the theme as well. So let's take the band off, shall we? Right, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 on a bunch. Right, let's just take 3 off to start with. I always a lot of times take 3 off to start with. This one's got double head because I don't want to take the chance of taking 5 off and then it's too much. So I tend to start off with 3, and then if I need any more, then I will obviously place the other 2 in. So let me just cut that at an angle. Right, so let's see. It's a bit, I found that looking at it was a bit bare here around the sides. So I'm going to place something. I may place a double one actually. Yeah, I'm going to place the double-headed rose. Well, I think it's actually looks slightly a bit like a peony as well. So we'll intermingle that with its foliage. Again, we're looking for volume. I know we definitely need something pink up there. So let's place one of the pinks up here as well. Now it's here, it's down here we need it. Along the side. So I'm just going to, oh my goodness, I've got a feeling I'm going to knot this off. I'm going to go. And then bend the flower head outwards. Maybe down there. I think we're going to need to use all of them. Yeah, because we've got the grey wildflower as well, so that will be more grey added. So I think it's needed, guys. let's go here. And I've got that last one. I'm going to place that up there. So because that's, is it quite tall? No. So we've used all 5 in the end anyway. So I'm going to place this one. See, slightly lower than that. You just stand back. Yeah. So that's what we've done. Oh, I've got a bud here. Let's place this bud in. So that is with our roses and magnolias now in. So we've got our filler. Try and cut those down. So let's have a look with a bit of, turn it. I'm gonna just stick one in. And I don't think we need a lot of these. Otherwise I think they'll take up the view away from the magnolia. So oops. And what I'm doing with these, I'm just placing them where I feel that we're needing just something to stick out and give that movement. Like so. And again, from the side, you'll see once we've done that they're sticking out also. We just need to give it movement to, again, my mind, blow in the wind, so to speak. And then once it's outdoors, you'll see it moving in the wind. Oh, I forgot to cut this cable tie. Some of it at the back. Naughty me. So as you can see that movement around, and I will bring the odd one in as well because we want the movement coming inwards towards yourself. So I will get like one, because I think we need one around here, and bring it in. Obviously just manipulate it around so it's not just stuck in one area, and it's like that. And we want movement. I'm gonna, if I can, I don't know where to hold, place one. there as well. Let's see. I keep moving, guys. I think it's moving. I need one here. Here. So let me just get that one in first. I should have made these stems slightly longer. But never mind. I shouldn't have cut them so short. I've got one there. I'm going to bring one down. I'm going to bring one down onto the clock. I think we'll have a look what it looks like. No, that don't look right on that side. We'll need to go higher. And then one more in, and then, which I think, if I can get it in, needs to be behind here. I can see, yeah, and just push that in and manipulate that in and around. When you're manipulating them around your other elements, do it to the so they don't look like they're just a little cluster together. Move them around. I mean, there's nothing really. I could bring that up, bring that out like that, so it looks like it's coming up slightly. So we've got our little blue or grey, shall I say, ones. These are all. These come like this. These don't come on a bunch. They come single stems, which is quite handy. So with these, I'm going to just place some in and around, some at the on level, you know, layer one, level one, whichever you wish to call, and just bring some where the grey magnolias are as well. Just give them a little bend so they have movement as well. Again, you cut them, you don't have to have them at this length. Just to give that little bit of grey effect. Don't they look pretty? In fact, I might cut that one. Let's go back there. I'll bring one maybe somewhere around here. Oh my goodness, it nearly went, guys. I just want it to look like these are, you know, things are spreading around. They're not just stuck in one area of the, you know, of the arrangement. We've got them moving in different directions. So let's just have a look. Gosh. Bend that in and up. We need to bring some in the centre. Now I'm going to bring one under here. Let's hold it. Right, I'm not going to place no more in. I don't want to, you know, overdo it with just those because I've got lots. It doesn't mean to say, you know, let's put lots in. Right, I'm wanting to put the filler foliage in because, as you can see, there's still gaps around here. I could either easily get the ivy back out and place that in. But again, as I said, I've got these roses. I'm fanning them out instead of keeping them like that. You know, I'm fanning them out so they take more room up, and I won't have to put as much in because we've got roses in now. They all look like they're part of those. Again, with the magnolia, I may place the odd one of those in also. So we'll get those out. I don't know about those ones. I quite like those. Let's just put the odd one of these in. No, again, just there's nowhere to hold, guys, with this. Just bring them in. Again, you can bend these so to look like they're going, you know, just leaning over. Maybe it's that they've not had as much sun, so they can't head towards the full, you know, the sun above, because they've not had too much sun, so they're still slightly bent. No, I do like I like the texture of these. Okay, bend it if you think it's just hanging too low. That's another advantage. Let's get one in the centre there. So I think I could do with one under here. Let's try. Like that. Let me just look on this side. Yeah, we'll get one there. So then that can be enough for those. Like that. So I don't think I'll put those in. We'll leave those out. So now we've got those in. And it's very easy to do, guys. It's just, you know, you may think, oh my goodness, that looks a bit difficult. It's really not. You just got to think of again, as I've said, nature, how flowers hang. If you look at a derelict wall or tree, or in the countryside, or a building that's been stood for years, and then the wilderness has just took over and grown up it, how they hang over, and how you've got flowers in your garden that hang over as well. Take that into consideration, and that will also help you along. I'm just going to place these in, and just had a few vines that are hanging low as well. That will also give off a nice theme. I think it's once you start placing the vines in, that gives you the beginning of it. And then you start, I don't know, I do. Then I start going into that world of how it would look if I was out walking and I spotted something. And I thought, oh, that's pretty. A bit of wilderness. So that's just how I am. I go off like that. And again, also remember to place, you may not see them, but just place some at the back. Pop them through if you want to see them. And let me just place that. Oops, a daisy. Like so. So now we can start placing in our fillet foliage. And because I need it more around here, I will cut the stems quite, you know, relatively short. I don't want them too short because I don't want them being flat. Again, I want that volume for it, as you can see from the side view, how everything is sticking out, or maybe this view as well. If I hold it, I don't want it to fall off. From that view as well, you can see things all sticking out and it's got that volume. I haven't given it too much volume because I still want to take into consideration we've got that clock and that is flat. So I don't want to bring it right out here that the clock looks like it's it's invisible, it's hidden. We want to keep it so you can still see it, but also just as well give that slight volume around it, if that makes sense, guys. So I'm going to just cut off a few to start with because I may need some longer ones. So I always take that into consideration as well with my fillet. I cut off some short, leave some long in case I need some up above or anywhere, you know, like that. So I've cut these 3-inch long, and again I'm going to place it and I'm only just going to put it in like so. I've not gone flat with it. I've left it for that volume, for the purpose of the volume. And again, if you wish, intermingle it in. And I'm just fanning them out so they look like that instead of like so. I want that fullness like this. So then it hides more and you haven't got to keep covering it all. So I have one big space here. And because I've got some floral here, I will incorporate the floral in with it. So it doesn't look like I've just got a blob of green leaf there. Now I have to take that into consideration as well down below. And do the same. Now mix it in with all the other elements to give it that natural effect that it's tried, you know, it's growing from different directions. And again, don't forget the sides, because people, you know, do look at the sides. I tried to say this a lot to people that customers will look at the side view and think, oh well, it looks a bit bare on the side, everything's at the front. So you've got to also take that into consideration. See, I can see a space down there, so I've got to place. Now let me just move that up. Oh dear. Let's get that in. No, I'm going to need a longer one for that, guys. I can't reach with that one. It's too far away. So let's go at the back here, as I saw a space here as well. Right, let me try with this longer stem down at the bottom. I'm just going to move it outwards. Oh, I can't hold on anywhere. There. Just lift your head up. I'm just going to move it around. Right, there's a really big space there. So, let's see which. I'm going to do the same with that one. Just under the hops leaf. I think that must have came out. I feel that came out at the back. Yeah. So if it comes out at the back, just get your pliers and just quickly snip it off. I thought that one went through, guys. And then I think I want one here. If I feel that I need something different instead of the same leaf as I'm using here, I will just quickly grab perhaps an oddment I have and use that. Just to give it a different texture alongside of it. Or make it, you know, or get something out that I've used already. So let me just come and stand back, guys. I still feel if you can tell, I can see it straight away. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Here, just here and here. So I'm going to use ivy because that's a bigger one and we've used that. So I'm sticking to what I've got. Oh my gosh, I've just dropped everything. So let's stick to them where the ones I've placed on the stems by themselves. So I think So did I say here? I can't remember. Here. There was something amiss as I stood back. So let me just turn it. Yeah. That's better. Got that little one. I'll just pop that in somewhere. At the bottom here. Where else did I say, guys? There. Let me just. Right, I can see something else. And I only want something small. I don't want a long piece. Right where the bottom where the hops is, it looks a bit like something's missing. So I need something white, and I'm just gonna, if I show you, just here, I need something there with the hops. So I'm just gonna move all the foliage and place that in there, just to give that effect. So if I turn that around now, let's have a look. That's better. Right, well there we have it, guys. That's our project for today. Our little cage with the time. Time passes by when you're sitting in the countryside, listening to the wonderful birds. Oh, I could sit and listen to the birds. I was sat listening to birds yesterday as well in the garden when I was having a cup of coffee, saying to my husband, I can hear a blackbird. I said, I feel like it's singing to me. And then I also heard like a blue tit. Oh, well, not heard, I saw a blue tit on my neighbour's roof facing towards my house, and I was like, oh, it's come to sing. And then we had some birds on the garden. Then I had to be careful because of Marley. He was hovering and he spotted them, and he was, you know what cats are like. And then they started doing that thing with the mouth. He'd not got that far. I know when he does that, that's it, he's ready to pounce. Oh, let me get my little cleaner. So yes, it was lovely sound, and I like things like that. Sorry guys, you know me, I like to clean up, I like tidy areas. Look at that, Rose, isn't that good? I haven't even got to get a brush out. Oh my goodness. I've never done it so quick in my life. So, let's just straighten that up. Let me just come out and have a look. If you can see. I think I need to bring it over here a bit. Now I feel like it's gone too far up there. There. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you like the cottage theme, or the wilderness, or you know, the nature theme, and how, if I gave you a few good tips on how to you know, get that look and that theme, and where to place things, and just how to imagine it, or go out in the wilderness or in the countryside, take a picture of a derelict building with ivy and things like that growing up it, take a picture on your phone, come home and try and represent, and look, keep it by your side and try and represent that sort of a similar look into your floral arrangement, if that's what you would like to do. If you just want to do it by, like me, just off the off chance and just in for a penny, in for a pound, we'll just give it a go, then that's fine as well. So again, if you've got something like this, or it doesn't matter, it can just be a round circular bird cage and just do it a 360 one. That'd be nice, guys. I've got round ones, so you could do a 360 arrangement around that. And I hope you have fun if you do give it a go. So please subscribe, share and like, and share to the world, share to everybody you know. And thank you for all your new subscribers who've joined over the weekend. I really do appreciate it. Send us a few love hearts if you like what I've done. Even if you're not commenting, just give us a thumbs up, or a little love heart. That'd be really very kind of you. I'd really appreciate that also. So again, just please subscribe, share and like. So I will do you a close-up. So if you enjoyed that, guys, and you want to do it in different colours or different floral, you don't have to do it in the magnolias. You do get wild poppies. You can do a wild poppy. You can do just daisies, wild daisy effect. You can get narcissus, like daffodils and things like that, wild. Do a lavender effect. You can get different coloured lavenders. All things what you'd find in the wilderness, buttercups. Things like that. You can, try it, guys, and just add a bit of vine to it, and make it look as natural as you can. And I'm sure you can. I'm sure you'll be wonderful at it, guys, and I think you'll be really, really, 10 out of 10 for me. That's how I think that you all are. So I hope you give it a go. So please enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have fun. I've finished early for today. I will be going out now and oh, thanks, hubby. Welcome. Finishing, and I will be perhaps more than likely joining my hubby for a coffee, sitting on the garden. So again, have a superb day, and I will see you tomorrow. So all the best, guys, and take care. Again, please subscribe, share and like, please. I'm nearly getting, my son keeps saying, oh mum, you're nearly at a 900. So it's really exciting for me. Again, I just do it for the love of teaching and to help you guys, you beginners or advanced, it doesn't matter, with new ideas or, different things to do for yourself, a loved one, or, for somebody, unfortunately, who's no longer around, anything really. The love and everything comes from my heart, and I just like to show that and give that across to all you guys. So God bless everybody. So, and I will again see you tomorrow. So take care. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Oh, 6 o'clock's my tea time, guys. That's a good time to have it stuck on, isn't it? I've just realised that. So as you can see, it's like that. Now let me just get the wires unravelled. I don't want to get caught again. There's the, let's have a look, I think they're like rose peonies. There you have your snow willow, and then you have your lotus flower. There's your hops. There's the hops leaf sky, if you can see. Isn't that pretty? And then you have your little wild daisies. Where's the blue ones? The blue ones are here. Also the blue, I keep saying blue, grey. And then you have this, what I think is like fennel. And then you have your magnolia leaves. Oh, I've got something on there. And there's your ivy. I've got two different sorts. There's another ivy. And then you have your foxtail fern. What else did we have, guys? I know we had something else. Oh, obviously your magnolias. I forgot about that. Your magnolias, your pink ones, aren't they pretty? And your beautiful, stunning slate grey. Aren't they divine? Wonderful. And your rose leaves that I've used here as your filler foliage as part of it as well. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go. It's quite big now. That'll look lovely. Oh, I don't know whether I want it outside now. So give it a go, guys. All the best. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Bye for now. Bye.